welcome to episode 13 of the Zazu podcast. For those of you who are new, my name is Caroline. You can find me on Ravelry as Woolbox, on Instagram as wool_box, and you can find my hand-dyed yarns at zazuyarns.etsy.com. I hope you all had a really nice week and got to knit some. I had a pretty hectic week. I had to catch up on a lot of stuff because we just got back from our holiday, as you probably know. And Friday morning, really early, I left for Paris for work, and I didn't get back until yesterday, well, late afternoon, which was Sunday. So I didn't get to knit a lot, unfortunately, but I do have some things to show you. So let's just start, shall we? The first thing I'm showing you is the Succulent Shawl by Maria Manska. Yes, I'm still working on it. This was actually a test knit, but it's already been published for several weeks and I'm still working on it. So I don't know. It was, if you know me by now, then I don't think I have to explain myself because it's just weird. My schedule is weird. I forget stuff, so actually I'm weird, so whatever. I'm just going to show you it. This is where I am, and I'm trying to show you one half so you can at least see what it looks like. And I think this shawl is going to be massive. Oh, and I'm showing you the back. So this is the right side. And as you might see, I finished the 6th repeat. And I'm actually into the third section, section C now. I'm almost halfway done with that section, so I'm getting somewhere, you guys. This is what the sections look like, if you can see that. Well, maybe like that. And I love this. I think this is going to be a massive shawl, which I love, and it's still going to be airy, which is a plus bonus. And I think the yarn is a good choice. I showed you it before. It's this yarn. And I really love the color because it's brown, but it's not brown. It's like this orange reddish brown, and sometimes it's more brown and sometimes it's more orange or red in some places. And last week I forgot to tell you what it's made out of because I forgot. But it's 50% British Falkland Merino and 50% Tencel, and that's why it's shiny. It's this. Oh, and if you see this, I did try to adjust the settings on my camera to flip this around or back around or not mirror it, but I can't find it. So if you know how to do that, maybe. I'm filming on a separate camera which is attached to my Apple computer, and I'm using Photo Booth. If you know how to flip this around, then please let me know, because I can't find it. I am using Knit Pro Nova needles in the 4mm, which is, I believe, the size the pattern calls for. And I will show you the pattern so you can see what it should look like, because it's not really visible right now on my short needles. Oh. So this is what it should look like when it's finished. And I'm hoping that I will be able to finish this week and show you next week. But it's not a promise because, as you might know by now, I cannot make any knitting promises because I just can't. I don't know. Then the next thing I'm knitting is also by Maria. I think you can call this the Maria show. I don't know. But she just makes a lot of really nice patterns. It's just, I don't know, I think they're all really elegant. So it's the Meristem mittens, and I did a second repeat and started the thumb gusset and the hand, as you well, as I might call it, because well, before I made the cuff, which you can see here. So I did this small part. It's not much, but as I said, I didn't have a lot of time to knit on it, so I just did what I could do. And these stitch markers are actually stitch markers I got from Maria because we did a swap, and she this was among the things she sent me, which I will show you later in the stash enhancement section. I did make a small mistake, I think. I don't know, but I think this hole looks kind of big, but maybe it'll block out. I don't know. I really don't know. We'll just see. I'm knitting this on my Knit Pro Symphony wood needles, and these are 3mm needles, I guess. Yes, they are. Oh, it's still a little bit on the needle, and it says 3mm, which you probably won't be able to see. Right there. Well, doesn't matter. I'm knitting this out of my new colorway, Zazu yarns, in the Fox in the Woods color. And I'm loving it. I think this is a great fall colorway. So I might think of doing a hat with that as well to make it some kind of matching set. And this might go, oh yeah, this might go really well with this as well. Well, then I have a complete set, right? I will show you the pattern so you can see what it should look like. So this is what it's going to look like, if I knit it correctly, that is. So you can see that I'm into the second repeat of the pattern right now, although you can't really see it that well yet, but I'll get there, guys. And I love this pattern. I think these are really elegant mittens, and I do prefer mittens over gloves because I just think they keep your hands warmer because your fingers are all together having a party or whatever. So I just prefer that, and I would actually, I don't think I would ever knit gloves because making all those fingers separately, I think I would lose interest before even finishing one. So I think obviously I still have to finish this, but I do think it's a really nice pattern. that's that. I hope to knit on that more or next week or this week. Although I'm kind of, I think I just first I think I want to first finish that succulent shawl, because then I can wear it. Then I worked a tiny bit on my featherweight cardigan. I don't think you will be able to tell the difference, but I am going to show you. I think I only put in a few rows. So this is where I am. I still didn't divide for the sleeves, but well, you can't have it all, right? And I'm knitting this out of, good question, there my brain goes again. What is this called? Okay, my brain just died. Come on, what is this? Malabrigo lace, yes, in the Pearl 10 colorway. Funny how you instantly remember things. This is the colorway, and it's not really showing up right. None of my yarns are really showing up the right color on this screen, and that will probably have something to do with my poor lighting. It's a little bit, it's a purple gray, and I think it looks a lot bluer on the screen than it actually is. It's a purple gray, I don't know, or gray purple, I don't know. It's a lovely color. I will try to, I have to update my Ravelry project page, so when I do, I will try to take a good photo and make sure the color is the right color, so you can see that there. Although that might take a while, because I don't know how I am going to catch up on everything. So that's that. It's going to look like, and this is still in my project bag by Nina, because it's still really small. It's going to look like this. Although I am going to make sorry, a modification by doing longer sleeves, a longer body, and I want to make this edge ribbed, so it will not, or is this already ribbed? No, it isn't, right? No, I want to do it in ribbing so it won't roll up. Or at least I hope it won't roll up. But, well, it's something, this is a nice project I can just take with me, or knit on the couch when we're watching something, because I don't really have to think about it, because you can just go. I don't have to keep the pattern next to me. Then, that's it for the projects. I do know I have some other projects, but I'm going to talk about that in the questions and answers part of this podcast, because it's mostly socks, and as I told you before, I have second sock syndrome, or at least I found out about having that, or I'm no longer in denial, that's the thing. But before I'm going to talk to you about that, I'm first going to show you what my stash enhancements are this week. So first of all, my package from Maria arrived. Maria from the Stitch in Sweden podcast. And I have to say, Maria, it's lovely. um, I got this card, and I'm not going to read what's on the back, but it's really nice. Then I obviously got some yarn, and I really like this because well, I can't really get that yarn here, and I've been wanting to try this yarn for quite a while. She got me these 3 colors, which look great together, I think. And this is Holzgarn, super soft, which is, I don't know, it's from whether it's from Sweden or from Denmark. I don't know, somewhere in Scandinavia. You will have to tell me that, Maria. Maybe I will know this next week. But it's yarn she uses pretty often, I guess, for projects. And it's kind of, it feels kind of, well, a little bit more rough or sturdy, but it's not. I did this, and it's not as soft. It doesn't feel that soft, but it's not really itching either, so that's nice. And she also said that it would soften up quite a bit after washing and blocking. So that won't be a problem. I think this will be some kind of color work thing, but I don't know what yet. I still have to weigh them to see how much is in here. We'll have to wait and see what this is going to be, but I do think this is really nice yarn to make something, I don't know, wintry from, so, or for, I don't know. Yes, she says it's Scandinavian yarn, but I don't know from which country. So these yarns, really like them. And then, as I already showed you on the mittens I'm working on, she sent me this nice bag with stitch markers. Here are the... Ooh. This always happens to me. Like, these are the stitch markers, the other 2 she sent me, which I think are a really nice size, and they are not, I don't think they would catch the yarn that easily, so that's nice. And then she gave me 2 super cute buttons. I think they are like unbelievably cute. Oh, you can't really see that, can you? Okay. How am I going to do this? Yeah. Sometimes, you guys, sometimes I don't know what I'm doing, or most of the times. It's a heart, or 2 hearts. I hope you can see this. Hello, focus, yes. 2 super cute heart buttons, or buttons in the shape of a heart. Wooden buttons. Yeah, wooden buttons. So, obviously, I'm instantly thinking of a baby kind of thing to put these on. So, we'll keep these for when some of my other friends get pregnant or whatever. I really like them. Super cute. And then she sent me, and this is not good if you want to fit in dresses in winter, but who wants to fit in dresses in winter because it's getting super cold, so I'm just going to wear big sweaters all winter so I can totally eat this. Yay! I've never tried this, but it looks so super yummy that I really had to control myself last evening when I got back and saw this. I was like, this baby is mine. And my boyfriend is really into chocolate. It's kind of weird because he's more into chocolate and ice cream than me. He's like the big ice cream chocolate eater. So sometimes when I open the freezer part of my fridge, he kind of stashed ice cream and stuff and chocolate sauce and whatever. So I'm just not going to show him this because I love chocolate with some kind of cookie in it, and this is chocolate with like a waffle in it or something like that. I don't know exactly, but I will find out. But this already looks good, so thank you for that. I really need that. So that was Maria's package. Again, Maria, thank you very much. I obviously will send you a message in private as well, but thank you very much. And we maybe you know a nice pattern, or maybe you have a nice idea what I could knit with this. I am thinking of color work, which is kind of obvious because these three guys belong together, I guess. So if you have an idea, please let me know. I would love that. Then, as I mentioned, I was in Paris last weekend, and I did make a short video. So I will put that in somewhere in this video. I think at the end. I will put that in the end. But although I didn't get any time to knit over there, I did find a small bit of time to go to a yarn store. There were actually, I googled, and there are actually quite some yarn stores in Paris. So if you're looking for a weekend of yarn shopping, go to Paris. Unfortunately, the yarn store I wanted to go to, I didn't get a chance to go there. It is a yarn store where you can also drink tea and eat stuff. They have food. And they had some really nice reviews on Google. If you're hearing something, by the way, there are workers outside of my house. They are building some kind of, I don't know, they are doing stuff on the building in front of me. I can't help it. They are working their hammers today. It's hammer time. I don't know. But I didn't get a chance to go to that place, so I already told Siep we really have to go to Paris for a romantic yarn weekend. Of course, I left the yarn bit out because I have to get him to come with me. But I did get to go to another store, which was actually a pretty small store. On the right side of the store, they had, well, clothing, knitted clothes, I guess, sweaters and stuff. And on the left side, they had yarns. They didn't have that much. Unfortunately, they didn't have hand-dyed yarns, but they did have some really nice yarns I never saw. So I thought, let's buy that. It's from the brand, I will show you the first thing. It's from the brand Fonti. And I don't know where this is from. It says made in Cruz. I don't know. I don't know where that is. Maybe it is in France. I don't know. It doesn't say. Oh yes, it's made in France. Wow. It says right there, if it's going to focus. Hello? Well, it's not going to focus. But I bought 4 balls of this color, and it's showing up way more purple than it is. It's really more a mauve kind of color. It's more pinkish. It's like somewhere in between pink and purple with a lot of gray to it. That's the best I can describe it. And this is a way other color on the screen, which is totally, it's a bummer. Maybe you can see it. No, it's more pink. No, sorry guys. It's just, you have to believe me. Again, I will try to make pictures someday, and you'll be able to see. Whenever I'm going to work with this, I will someday update my project page and you will see the right color. So 4 balls of this, and this is 100% superfine superwash wool. It's 50 grams and 120 meters, and it says it's for a needle size 4 millimeter. And I can wash this on 30 degrees Celsius. So 4 balls of these, and I don't really know yet what I'm going to make with this, but I was thinking I could make a shawl with this, since it's, well, it's soft. And then I bought another yarn, and I absolutely love this one. It's also Fonti, and it's, again, the wrong color because this looks really dark blue while it's more purple blue. So I guess the reds in my screen are kind of faded out, so you see everything more blue than it is, I think. But this is more like a purple blue, which I really love, and it's so soft, this yarn. But it's a weird yarn. Oh, there's something weird in this. It's kind of a weird yarn because it's really soft, but it's at the same time it feels sturdy. It's not that, maybe because it's got a high twist on it, because I think that's it. Maybe it's a pretty high twist, if you can see that. Hello. Yes. Maybe you can see that. It's a pretty high twist. But it feels great, and that's probably because it's 70% wool and 30% silk. This was not really the cheapest yarn, but I love it. I love the color, and it's really soft. It's also 50 grams, and it's 115 meters. Oh, that's funny, because I thought there would be more yardage on this one than on this one, because this one looks bigger, but that's probably because this one has the high twist. I have 4 balls of this, and I was thinking to do a hat and a pair of mittens, but because it's so soft, I might do a shawl in this one and do the hat and mittens in this one, because I think shawls need, I don't know, I think the softest wool should be used for a shawl because that's in your neck, and on my head and hands I can handle a little bit more sturdy wool yarn, although this is soft as well, but it's a little bit more, obviously there's silk in this one, so it's softer. And the shop was called, at least it says on the I don't know, how do you say that? I don't know how you say that. Well, on here it says laine à tricoter, but that's just the translation for yarn, which is literally translated wool for knitting, something like that. So I don't know if that's a real yarn or if that's just you bought yarn. But it was a really small shop, and I will definitely go back to Paris to check out all the other yarn shops, because I also saw another one, but we just drove past that and I was like, oh my god, okay, that is a pity. So I definitely have to go back, and you guys should really go there as well, because as I said, there are so many yarn shops. There have to be quite a few good ones. I'm sure. Well, then, questions and answers. Last week I asked you about what to do with my second sock syndrome. Is there a pill, some kind of treatment, or whatever? Well, I got some answers to that. The first one was just don't knit socks, which is, that's probably the best idea. But since I already started, I have to do something. Someone else said just match the single socks to really weird pairs, which is, well, it's a solution. You just don't, I don't know. People might look at you weird if they see completely different socks coming out of your shoes, but whatever. I don't know. Then, of course, there were some tips to knit them. And I think the best tip is knit 2 at a time. As I mentioned, I already tried that, but it got so super fiddly that I don't know what happened. But I do think I have to try that again. Someone else said just knit 2 at a time, but on separate needles. So just knit a few rows on that one or on that sock, and then knit a few rows on that sock, which might work. Although I do already know that I will lose count and then count the rows between, or count the rows on each sock constantly, so that will actually cost me a little bit more time, I think. So I think I just have to knit socks 2 at a time, which will not help me with the socks that are already in progress. But I will just have to power through somehow, I don't know. So I will promise you guys, I will try to do that, and so next time I'm knitting socks, I will do it 2 at a time, and if it doesn't work, I'll just show you why it's not working. I don't know. I'm going to do it again, and then just try to not tangle the yarns so much that I have to rip everything back out and then still have a knot going on somewhere in the middle. I don't know. I'll have a sip of my tea because there's some kind of frog in my throat. So I will just try that. I don't know when I will be casting on my second or my next pair of socks with those other socks laying around, but I'm not going to promise anything. I'm just first going to finish the things I'm working on right now, and then we'll see when and where I will have a instant "oh yes, I'm going to finish those socks" moment. That might take a while, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Then, of course, I have a new question for you guys, because I told you about my pattern, which is not going to be released this week, obviously, because otherwise I would have already told you about that. I'm going to try to do that next week, but I already have quite a few things going around, or laying around, or things to do before next week. Before next week's episode, so we'll just have to wait and see. But I will try to do that next week, so you can all, like, you know, knit it. But the next thing is I have ideas. Well, obviously people have ideas, but I have some new ideas for a new pattern or new patterns. And since I don't have a lot of time, I am wondering, or I'm interested, wow, what's going on this week? I'm interested in what you guys would prefer. Would you prefer a mitten pattern or a hat pattern? So, what would you like? Or I can imagine that you guys have totally other wishes and want something else. That's fine with me as well. So pick if you want mittens or a hat, and if you think, no, I don't want either of them, I just want something totally else, I want to knit some fancy pants. Well, if you want to knit fancy pants, I think you should go to a Stephen West pattern and not make me design it, because then it will be really fancy, weird pants. But if you prefer one of those two or have other ideas, please let me know. But at this time I have ideas for either mittens or a hat. So let me know which one to do first. And of course, if you have other questions for me, you can pop them in the questions and answers thread in the Ravelry group for this podcast, which is the Zazu podcast Ravelry group, something like that. Then shop update, which is really short. I'm sorry guys, I did have to, but I just couldn't. I didn't get the time to dye some more yarn last week. So I am going to do that this afternoon, and hopefully I will have some more time this Wednesday when I will have a day off, because I have to work the other days, and well, I just hope I will get some time, but I will at least dye up some Fox in the Woods. and I will have a shop update either Friday, which I think I won't because I will be working all day, but maybe when I get home in the evening I will manage to do that, and otherwise this Saturday morning, which will be the, what day is today? Today is the 5th, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, the 10th of October. And I just realized something. Today is October 5th, which means there is exactly 1 month left before I turn 30. If you have any suggestions for what I should do in my last month of my 20s, let me know. If there's something, if you are older than 30 or not in your 20s anymore and you're like, oh my god, I should have at least done this or that while I was in my 20s, please tell me, because I still have a few weeks, so I can still do some stuff. And otherwise I'm just it's coming, you guys. I can't stop it. It's not I'm turning 30, the big 3-0. And a lot of you guys may be laughing at me, which I will be doing as well when I turn 35 or 40, because, you know, time's going on, so can't really stop it. But if you have tips, let me know. And if you have tips to celebrate it, I would like to know as well, because I kind of have a problem here. My house is really tiny. We are looking at houses right now. We have been looking for a few months, but it's really hectic here, the house market, because people will list their house for a certain price, and then there are so many people who want to buy it that they will do, I don't know how you call that, but everyone has to put in a bid, which is always higher than the price they ask. And the highest bid will win and have the opportunity to buy the house, which is kind of crazy, because houses here are really expensive. Right now, this is where we live right now, is a rental, but we are looking to buy a house, and we've already tried bidding a few times and didn't pay enough, so we were not the people that were able to buy the house. And sometimes it's not like that, and it's just, you know, you just negotiate with the buyer. But I don't know what's happening here. It's just really expensive. So I really hope we will find a house soon, because this is just a too tiny place, especially with the with my Etsy shop, all the yarn. I don't know where to leave it, and I don't know, or actually I don't know where to hang it after dyeing, because it's really small. So most of the time it's just all around the place, dripping on the floor, which is not really what you would like, or what you prefer. But I have to deal with the space I have, but it's like 45 square meters, so I don't know what that is in yards, or I don't know what you guys use. Foot? I don't know what that is, but it's small, it's really tiny. So we are looking at other places, and actually in about, it's 11:30 right now, not when you guys will see this, but for me it is. So within an hour I have to jump on my bike and go see another house again. So it's exciting, but at the same time it's like, let's just find something and be over with that, or get it over with, because it's starting to get annoying right now, since we're already looking for 7 months, and it's not, well, Utrecht is not the best city to try to find a house together with Amsterdam. They're both really expensive. So if you're thinking about moving to the Netherlands, don't go to those two cities, but just go somewhere else. Well, I think that's it for this week. I really hope you guys will have a wonderful week this week and have some sunshine before the real fall is coming, and that you will have some time to knit. Please get in touch with me if you want to. I always love that, and I hope to see you guys next week. Bye!